Ho, 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 ho. Hey, how are y'all? Hey, I'm a little bit late for my own live stream. It's pretty bad. I was actually over on Rideshare Rodeo's live stream conversing with Gary from Gary's Apps and John and Kim, just kind of checking it out and see what they had up. And didn't realize what time it was. Can y'all hear me? I guess we should check the audio first. I didn't even get a chance to check the audio. How you doing, Miss Rideshare Lisa? Oh, howdy. Oh, gigs. How are y'all doing? Are y'all doing any good out there? I'm not talking about just making money. I'm talking about life in general. Hope everybody's doing well. I got some screenshots that I want to show y'all. Just got kind of related to what is going on, and not just DoorDash. Just got home for the night. Have you been out sparking, or are you still laying low on that? I know you said you hadn't done it in a while. Um, Share screen, window. Oh man, how could I do this? Well, we're gonna go backwards here. I think somebody's out there on a motorcycle trying to make a disturbance. You'll check this out. See if that will pop up. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. What does that say? 3 orders. I can't even see it on my screen there. Now 4 orders for 18.98. Look at the miles on that, y'all. For real. Yeah. I'm not gonna go through all these, but I, that's kind of where this is heading. I'm afraid. Has Spark been any good in Wichita Falls lately? It was good on Memorial Day. It's the first time in a month now. Well, did you did you see the screenshot right there? Well, since you're here, I'll show you these other screenshots. Um, Check this one out. Why is that there? Don't know why that was there. Let's see. Oh, I clicked on settings. I don't want settings. I want present, share screen. Gotta check that one out. Crazy. But I did notice something today. Let me show you and see if y'all have seen the same thing. Where's my? That was there, I guess. 4 orders for curbside. The, y'all see? Has this been in y'all's market? I just noticed this today. That little order status bar. But the thing of it is you can't see it until you start the trip, and I don't know the purpose of it. If anybody's got any idea on that, I'm all ears because I I don't understand that. I could see where that would be beneficial to the customer, but as far as a driver, 4 orders for curbs. Oh, okay, so cool. You're getting back into Spark a little bit. Now, while y'all are thinking about that one, I want to show you something that popped up. I'm going to close all these other ones. I'm not going to go into all those, but I think this is the one. Oh, I didn't close it, did I? I hope I didn't. Share screen, window. Get that out of the way. Oh man, I just closed that out. My bad. Okay, here. I think that was my number one. Go. There we go. Y'all check that out. Now, do y'all see anything wrong with that? The most I've seen on curbside 2 deliveries unless I'm doing .com orders. Well, if you saw that one while ago, it was 4 orders for 18 something, and then there was another one. It was 3 orders for $9. I don't know if I showed that one. I don't think I did. Those was like .coms because they had one item each. $9, 3 trips. But if look at this, y'all. There is a 0 delivery exactly, and in my opinion, oh, I didn't color out their name on that one. That was the wrong one, but that's okay. We'll pretend I didn't show any identifying information right there. Sorry about that if y'all happen to know that person, but the point is 0 on delivery. Well, as it turned out, because I accepted it, because I thought there's no way, and I only did it just to see, and it still showed that, so I X'd out of the app, did the force close, reopened it, and all that. Then it showed I think it was $19 or something like that. How you doing, pork chop? Did you miss anything? Well, you know what? Let me show you that. See did you see that screenshot? Get back over here. That screenshot. Look at that. And now you really haven't missed anything. I was just going through some different orders that's here in Wichita Falls, and but this was a kicker, and this is the one that kind of got me thinking about this video from that, because actually I think Pedro did a video on one day last week, I think it was, but I think he also had it on his live stream. I think I got that cleared off there. Yeah, nice. 0 delivery, but he had some DoorDash screenshots and stuff. $1 base pay, $1, and I have seen Uber Eats at here in Wichita Falls, and this was last year, 80 cents. I think it was the lowest one I ever saw on Uber Eats. I never saw one at $1 for DoorDash, but I'm going to make a prediction, and y'all can write it down now. I'm not really going to put a time on it, but I'm just guessing on this part. Within the next year, probably a majority of these apps are going to be tips only. I may be wrong, but that's where they're heading. And I don't know if Spark glitched on that one, or if they sent some out like that to see if the drivers would take note of it and be making calls on it, or see if they could slide it in there without them knowing. Because so many people are getting used to taking these $7 and $9 orders, which makes no sense, but they do. So if you saw an order for $10, you'd be like, oh wow, okay, great. That's $3.50 more than I usually take. But nevertheless, if they can slide that in there without people noticing, they're going to be working strictly for tips. And with the base pay and DoorDash drop like it did, y'all that's been around for a while, even when some of y'all have been here probably doing DoorDash stuff longer than me. I've only been around about 3 years on DoorDash and Uber Eats. Spark not that long, only a couple of years, but the base pay used to be really good. Grubhub and Uber Eats and DoorDash, all of them, and they just keep going down and down and down. And Spark, I kind of got on the boat late with Spark, but Spark was really good. Almost all their orders were $20 and up when I started. I mean, you could make you could bank. I mean, and you're not it's not like $100,000 a year job, but you actually, and it still is to a point, you get what you put into it. If you want to work 4 hours or if you want to work 12 hours, depending on your market. But I'm really kind of thinking that within a year, there's a high possibility that these apps are going to be strictly paying on tips and not really have a delivery pay. I hope I'm wrong, but look at the trend. I mean, just look at it. Yeah, yeah. And if they take the tip away, then you did it absolutely completely free, and you're out the gas. And that, I don't know. I, I s- I see so many people saying that they take these orders because taking a 650 order is better than not getting anything. And if he could do three of those in an hour, I would agree with you. That wouldn't be bad. It's kind of basically be like DoorDash. The trouble is the wait time on Spark is not like food service or food delivery apps. And you're going to have at least 45 minutes wrapped up in one order. From the time you accept it, or the time, actually, probably the time you can check in, and then wait around to get loaded, then get it delivered. And in most cases, you have to be back in the parking lot to get an order. And that's the way it is in my market anyway. Here in Wichita Falls, and James probably can tell you that too. Pretty much, well, he works mornings, so it might be a little different in the mornings. So anyway, but I'm not. My thing is I really think you should highly consider other sources of income. And that's the whole thing about these gig apps is they're good for temporary income and to make extra money, or was it subsidize? Is that the right word? Supplement your regular income. They're perfect for that. But I've been making a living on it for the last 3 years, paying my bills and everything. So, I mean, it can be done, or let me rephrase that. It could be done, but in like Wichita Falls market, that's becoming to where it's not really that good. But I think I got away from the 650 orders. What I was saying on that is if you take a 650 order, look at your mileage, look at your wear and tear, and especially in your bigger towns where there's a lot, or in town where there's a lot of stop and go red lights and stop signs and whatnot. Every time you touch them brakes, you're wearing your brake pads down a little bit at a time, a little bit here, a little bit here. And if you're doing a lot of driving, then brake pads are going down, down, down. And I don't know if you've had, well, most of you probably had brake jobs done, so it's not cheap. Even if you do it yourself, it's not that cheap. So if you're making a 650 delivery, is it really better to make that 650 versus sitting in the parking lot waiting on a $17 order? No. Just I got to just think about it. Plus, and I can say this from my experience, is every time you get out there, you're taking a chance on having a wreck. Most of I had my car totaled. You know, by a fellow DoorDash driver. Um, so every time you drive, you're increasing your opportunities, or you're increasing the risk of having an accident. So you got to kind of figure that in my way of thinking. So I wouldn't be taking all that garbage. My market is slow now, so I've been going to a new market. I always have to. I always have to from May until August. See, that's the thing about Wichita Falls. The close, well, I think there's one town between here and the Metroplex, Decatur. I think that Walmart has a Spark delivery. I'm not real sure, but Decatur's only 20,000 people. I don't really know. Here, we'll do it this way. Population of Decatur, Texas. No, not 20,000. I was way off. Well, this is a 2021 census. 6,875. I would say it's closer to 10,000 now because a lot of people in the Dallas area are moving out because you can get from Decatur to the Metroplex quicker than you can from one side of the Metroplex to the other. But around 10,000 people. So, how many orders do you think there are really going to be? So, our only option is to go to Lawton, Oklahoma, or to the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. You got Arlington, Grand Prairie. I don't know if any of y'all familiar with that, but there's market share. But what I'm getting at, and that's an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours drive from, well, actually, probably from where I live, probably a little bit longer, probably 2.5 hours. So I'm stuck, you know, and I can't hardly ever get on DoorDash now. Even though my acceptance rating is like a 56%, I believe, only because I got the reset. And Uber Eats, I turned it on, I believe it was yesterday, and never got an order. Turned Uber or Grubhub on, never got an order. Now, I'm not saying I had it on all day. I had it on about 4 hours, never got an order. So, what I'm saying is, consider trying to do other things that you're interested in and use your free time from doing this. You can do this. And like if you're doing Spark and you're sitting around in a parking lot because you're not going to take those crap orders for 650, use that time to research different things. Maybe you want to do a little reselling or something like that. Go through your Facebook market group or trading posts. There's marketplace too. And some people can sell on eBay. I think pork chop. I think you said that you got probably a lot more experience on that eBay than I do. I don't really know much about it, but the point is you need to don't limit yourself because these gig apps are going down and down and down, and it's the the only way it's going to get better, and it's going to be up to the people in a town. Like, you know, if you live in a big city, you're not going to have any control over it. Even Wichita Falls, it would be hard to control. But I have seen a couple of times this week, yeah, this week, where there was a bunch of orders. And that normally never happens except for at Christmas. And it's because the drivers that are out are probably veteran drivers and they know not to take that crap and let it build up. So the only way you could get to Gary threw me off. Always have a backup plan. That's exactly right. And that's kind of what I'm saying because, like Gary a while ago, I had a screenshot of a Spark order, zero on the delivery pay. Now, as it turned out, it was a glitch, or was it Spark just kind of seeing if the drivers would notice it? Oh, what I was saying is, in a smaller area, like I was talking about Decatur, so 10,000 or less, you could pretty much control that if you had a group of drivers that refuse to take those orders. Nationwide, you're not going to control it because you get in those big cities. And I don't care if you got 1,000 drivers in one little group and they all say, we're not taking nothing under $15. There's going to be 2,000 drivers that will take it. So in a big city, you can't control it. But a small town, I think you can control it. I get nervous that Spark can deactivate at any time. You'd really have to mess up pretty bad. I I know you can read on Reddit people getting deactivated and all this and that, but 99% of the time, and I'd say this on DoorDash as well, 99% of the time they did something. Spark don't Spark, DoorDash, all them, they don't just deactivate just because. And even if a customer complains on you on Spark, it's not going to get you deactivated. At, at most, that particular Walmart that you picked up at, if that customer calls that Walmart and they have a real complaint, they could blacklist you from that Walmart. But if you have other Walmarts in your area, you can pick up from there. But normally, if you'll go in there and talk to the managers at that Walmart, you can get they'll take you off that list. But you got to explain to them the circumstances. But a lot of them people on Reddit, oh, I got deactivated. What their acceptance rating was crap, which doesn't really matter. It won't get you deactivated, but it doesn't help. But their customer ratings was down in the threes. And you know, how much you got to screw up to get down that far? Even if you mess up and take it to the wrong house, it's not going to get you deactivated. I'm living proof of that because I have done it. And if anybody's done Spark very long, they say they've never done it, I would question that because it's easily done. Um, Glitches happen though. Yeah, glitches do happen, but I I don't know. You know, that's what uh, I was that's what I was saying is if you got all these Spark drivers that are used to taking 650, you know, the ones that are taking the 650 and $9 orders, they say an order for $10, they're not even going to look at that delivery charge or the delivery pay. They're going to see the $10 and they're going to take it and never say a word about it. And who knows? Maybe Spark was just testing the waters, so to speak. Not conspiracy theory, but it's possible. And it's possible it was just a glitch. Nobody knows. But look at, you know, if DoorDash is starting in some areas paying $1 for base pay, and I know Uber Eats has done 80 cents, and that was last year, and that was back when they was paying better. But I saw base pays at 80 cents. So I'm telling you, be thinking about other ways of making money because this is a if you want to go out to eat tomorrow night, go jump on DoorDash for a couple hours or Spark or whatever, and there's your money to go out to eat. But don't depend on these apps to pay your electric bill because I have a very strong feeling that they're not going to do anything but get worse. Now, I only hope on that is there will be other apps coming into the picture. You know, I hear Steve on Rideshare Rodeo talking about these other apps, Curry and all them. I mean, none of those are in Wichita Falls yet. Maybe they will be in the future, but as of right now, if they're not, so don't put all your eggs in one basket. What I'm getting at. Get into something else you enjoy doing and use the freedom from that these apps give you to use that to learn to do something else. You know, Mushy Moo used to do the uh, uh, what do you call it? The secondhand store Goodwill and places like that, and you can find some good stuff. And he was eBaying it. I don't think he does that much anymore, but you know there might have been a lot of people in his area that does it because there's a little gnat flying around. Anyway, if you are in a small area or in an area and people know you and they watch your videos and you're talking about how good you're doing at a certain uh, niche, like doing the Goodwill stuff, then they're going to say, hey, he's doing good on that. Let's try that. So I'm not saying keep stuff to yourself, but be careful what you say and who you say it to because you could run yourself out of business. I'm not saying that's what happened to Mushy Moo, but I'm just saying you might try it. You can, and there's, I've seen it, people using the app um, at Walmart on the clearance stuff, and you can scan it and something, and you can see how much they're selling for on Amazon. And don't try to make big money on any of this stuff, but have 5 or 6 things that you can make a little money on. If you're into photography, you're not going to make much money on stock photography. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I bet hadn't made over $1,000. But, 15, $20 here and there, whatever. But that's what I was talking about is look at the trend that these apps are paying and just think about it. Put it on a flow chart and you're going to see it. It's a roller coaster and it's going downhill unless new apps come in. And that's what I'm hoping for. It's what I was getting at a while ago. Maybe new apps will come out that'll be better. But until then, what you got is all you got in your area. Like Wichita Falls, you're pretty much limited on the apps. So spread your wings and branch out and don't depend on these apps. Not completely. I did it, like I said, I did it for 3 years. And I'm still doing it to an extent, but my other side hustle is catching up with what I make on sport. And it's not there yet, but it's you can actually see it on the chart and it's going up. And I don't know where it's going to top off at because more videos I put out, review videos, the more it goes up. But it's like anything else, the bottom can fall out tomorrow. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all I got to say on that. I rattled long enough. I had a cold. I'm going to Ray Gary's market in a few weeks. Well, he's moving off. Man, I didn't even know you was doing that, Gary. I knew I'd heard you say something about having a place in Florida, which Florida's probably prettier. Yeah, well, I guess it depends on what part of Florida you're in, but you're up there where it's starting to get pretty. There in Oklahoma. Come down here, you know what Wichita Falls looks like. Anyway, I hate to see you go, but I wish you the best. And I know you'll still be on here, but it's like it's just across the river and up a few miles. I had a hot cold bag filled to the top, including eggs today. Made a hard stop, and the bag did a 2.5 gainer off the back seat. I couldn't look at the eggs and said, "Prayer they don't break." Yeah, I've done that. I actually, we had a couple of really hot days and I was getting ice cream, so I used my Grubhub bags. I usually don't do that, but I love having a security camera. I got it running on my little tablet over here. It was a review product. The only thing, if y'all know anything about solar panels and like security cameras, I can't keep this one charged. It won't. Right now, it's got 3 green bars on it. But by midnight, it'll be down to yellow. And I don't know if it's just because it's not a high end camera, but it was like $100 or $129 on Amazon. It just don't hold enough power in that built-in battery that's on underneath that solar panel. They're making apps for everything these days. Yep, Gary, I'm getting the house to myself. Oh, we will be here. We're out of all go right, Gary, and then we'll run over there to the casino up there. That's a big casino too. Hadn't been there in a long time. You might have to put dusk to dawn. I have a light to shine on. You might have to put dusk to dawn light to shine on it to keep it charged. Oh, well, the solar panels on the roof. But I was wondering if you couldn't get one of my battery packs out in the car because I'm really using that dual fan. I don't know if y'all saw the video on that, but that's actually a really good little fan. But I don't know if you can put like a power pack. You know, I don't know. The last person, oh, Gary, that's teasing me, man. That's teasing me. Used to, and I'm not saying because the casinos are not the two here are across the river here are not what they used to be. But used to for real, you could walk in there with $50 and walk out with 2 grand. I could do it all the time. Well, let me rephrase that. I could walk in there with 50 grand or $50 and win 2 grand and leave $100 in the hole. I actually used to win a lot of money up there. Luck. That's all it is. It's luck. Ain't no skill. And I don't play cards. I played slots. I tried playing blackjack once, and everybody made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing, which I don't know because I know everybody plays with each other against the dealer or the house, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know how to do that. I know how to play for me. But you could kind of watch the machines, and if you went out there enough, you knew which machines was likely to hit, and you used to do good. And then about 5 years ago, they changed. Well, about 10 years ago, they changed the chips out in the computers, which is the slot machine. That's all the slot machine is a computer. They changed them out, and you can't do it anymore. Now, when I go, it's just for fun, and I don't go very often. But I used to go a lot. I don't want to get back into that. It's like a drug. Bad for you. Do it for the fun of it. But $1,000 would sure come in handy. That's a nice casino up there too. You don't gamble. Now I think we went out there a couple of months ago for a little while. Might have been longer than that. I don't know. I like going out there, but I don't want to. I don't want to get into old habits. And the last few times I've been out there, I've had no problem saying, "Okay, it's time to go." You know, used to I'd have a problem with that, but not anymore. I broke the habit, but I don't want to take a chance on going more often. And Emily walks by and look at me. See, me and Emily used to date a long time ago, and one of the big issues she had with me, she referred to me as the blinky machines, and it caused a few issues. And then we kind of went our both separate ways. She tried.
He picked the blinky machines.
Oh, she said I picked the blinky machines over her. I I cannot confirm nor can I deny that fact. I really didn't, but looking at it, it appears that I did. But anyway, yeah, these gig apps are a lot like a casino. It's hit and miss. You may win some good orders, but sometimes you may spend a lot of money on gas to not get very good orders or any orders. I've read a lot of people on Reddit, and I don't, they're on that Reddit subreddit. It's the Spark subreddit, Spark Driver, I think is the name of it. There's a lot of those drivers that put on there that they've sat in a parking lot for 3 or 4 hours and gotten like one order. And I don't mind sitting a couple hours. I'll sit 2 hours before I'll take a 650 order. I'm just not going to do it. because all it takes is one order to make up for that. So, but I don't want to sit over 2 hours. I'll go find something else to do. But I do other things while I'm sitting there in the parking lot. Sometimes I just play spades on the phone, but sometimes I'm looking at uh, products that I'm supposed to be reviewing, and you do something while you're sitting there. Don't worry, I'll make all the bets. All that. I think up there they have the. I mean, it's a full blown casino. They had the roulette and all that. I've only been there. I think I've been there twice. Years ago, I had a friend that lived up there, and she took me to all of them. The Kickapoo and we was over in Mustang. I know you know that's at Gary, but all those little casinos. She took me to a bunch of them. I didn't realize there was that many casinos over there. But nevertheless, kind of cool though. They got good shows. They have a lot of good concerts over here at Lawton. The Comanche Nations Casino in Lawton. They have some good concerts there. No, it's not the Comanche. It's the Apache. I think it's Apache. That used to be a little casino, and now they built it like 2 stories now. That ought to tell you something. You know, they're making millions. Indians wasn't dumb. They just waited 150 years to get the money for the land that the white people stole. Anyway,
Checking the bag, $1 at a time.
yep. Their grandfather's grandfather told them to just bide your time and you will get your money for the land. And they are. Definitely. I think Emily and I have decided on Savannah in Georgia. It's just the timing, we're not real sure. After talking to her mom was talking about how nice it was. My mom was talking about how nice it was. My doctor was talking about how nice it was. Because we wasn't going to Boulder. But we might could still do Boulder later because Boulder's not going to be near as far as Savannah. 17 hours? I think.
17 hours.
Yeah, 17 hours. So that's a long trip. But we'll split it up in 2 days. May go for the 4th of July is what we was thinking, but I don't know. We will see. Maybe I can find a product to review and use it off for a tax write-off. So everybody's is well, you said you got home, Lisa, and Gary. I know you're not working, not delivering. You're probably working. You know, I bet I may be wrong, but I bet working on those apps on your apps is probably a lot like me doing these reviews. You probably spend more real time working than what you did back when you were working a regular W-2 job. I work more hours. There's no question asked, or no question about it. But it's something I enjoy, and obviously the apps is something you enjoy. I think the only app I ever wrote, and I had a program that wrote the script, and all it was the call to action and the scripting. All it was to clean the cache files and all that out of your computer. I could click on it, and it would run different. What do you call them? Different. Different commands. Huh?
Scans?
No, well, it's different runs. it would run, just mean it'd run different apps that was already on Windows. Basically, that's all these programs do is they use the existing. They just make it easier. Anyway, I guess I may just be talking to myself, but that's okay. At least Emily's here and I can act like I'm talking to Emily. She did a review last night. If y'all get a chance, you can check it out. It's on. Actually, I think I put it on. I think I put it on Dash and Grandpa. I'm not real sure. You there, Lisa? Um, it was on this. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's pretty cool. This is a charger for your phone, and that's all it is a pen holder. It's really cool though. But they wanted a female to do it. So I think actually I kind of volunteered her to do it.
Voluntold, maybe?
I didn't tell you. I asked you, but I actually wanted it because a lot of this stuff that I do reviews on, honestly, I don't really want them, but they are. Some of it is sellable merchandise. Where is the one deal? Oh, I got to do a review on this. I don't know why that popped up. Oh, my phone's plugged in. That's why that window keeps opening up. This. I keep calling it a Ghostbuster, but actually it's supposed to. I've done one before and it didn't work right. It's supposed to detect like hidden cameras and stuff like that. I saw that video. I'm still waiting for my. Oh, okay. Just here is cleaning. Oh, don't you just love cleaning? Well, I did clean my desk because she had to do the video at my desk because she couldn't do a video at her desk. Not to mention she's got a couple of things hanging on the wall that could be
Self-identifying.
Identifying information. She don't have anything that break the HIPAA, but some stuff's up there that you wouldn't want to share on the internet. So I had to clean my desk up a little bit. But anyway, I really got to do this. If anybody is interested in this, let me know because it will be for sale as soon as I get the video done and they approve it. I don't know. And there's another one. And I got a spy pen. We got all kinds of gadgets. I was thinking about on the grandpa's grandpa's random reviews. Yeah, that's grandpa's random reviews. I was considering doing a monthly live stream and doing a giveaway every month. And I don't know because my mom, and she may be here. If she is, hi mom. I hadn't even talked to her today, but she told me don't junk up Emily's house with all your crap, something to that effect. And she had actually bought a shelf for the studio. We have a studio that I kind of took over her extra bedroom with. But she enjoyed it. She likes doing that too. But she bought a shelf, and I pretty much got that shelf filled up with stuff like this.
We're going to have a gadget garage sale.
Oh, a gadget garage sale.
Go gadget garage sale.
Go gadget garage sale. Yeah, and I can still probably do a monthly giveaway for a year, even after the garage sale, because I got more stuff coming in. But I enjoy it. It's fun, and
First thing you need to give away is that parking lot lot.
Oh yeah, I got a parking lot lot. It would be probably kind of expensive to ship, but Gary, if you want to do it, you could drive down here to just south of the river, and I could hook you up. Then you just have to haul it to Florida. But it's electric though, and I got one in that was solar, and I decided I was just going to use a solar one because I didn't want to run electricity down the fence and up to the light and all that. But that solar one they sent is not working properly, so they're supposed to be sending another one. The function of it will be on and off, and that's the only functions that light will do. But yeah, we can have a gig conference at Grandpa's house. Free gifts. Yeah, yeah. I got quite a few little gadgets, but I like gadgets. It's kind of cool to look at that stuff and check it out. And I've got a tow rope coming. Now tell me, what is Grandpa going to use a tow? I'm going to hook that a tow rope off road. It's for off roading and to pull mud out, and I'm going to use that on my Nissan Maxima. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool and said, yeah, because they asked me on some of this stuff if I want to do the review on it. I was like, sure, why not?
I just don't know how we're going to review it.
I'm going to have to find somebody with a four-wheeler. My son-in-law has a four-wheeler. It's just a matter of when I can get with him and following out to the river or wherever. Tow another Nissan. She's got a Nissan, but I'm not real sure which one would outpull which one. Hers is an SUV though. But
yeah, but mine's not rated to tow very high.
Yeah, 1,500. Well, that's
1,500 pounds.
But that's towing capacity. That's not like pulling. It depends on who's got the traction though. I'd have definitely matched it up with my Infinity, but my Infinity was all-wheel drive. But it's gone. I don't know why I continue to talk about it. It's missed, but I like this car too. Yeah, Grandpa's garage sale. That's what Emily's saying. Is what did you say? Get gadget.
Go gadget garage sale.
Go gadget garage.
The reason I said that is because Inspector Gadget when I was a kid.
Go gadget. When she was a kid. Hey, Alex, how are you doing? Joanne, how are you? Find a record driver to help, then give it to him. Yeah, you know what? Well, on a lot of these reviews, they have some things that they want you to do. The last one, and I just read the first few. Yeah, I can do that. But the last one does say, preferably at off-road settings. Now, we got plenty of places off-road, but I don't know. I'm going to have to find somebody. I got a cousin that's got a 4x4. I don't know. It's just a matter of just doing it. Because I stay so busy for not having a full-time job, I sure work a lot or talk a lot about working or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah. Not too shabby. Been running Amazon Flex. See, there's another app that is not here, but I wish they did. Rent one for the day. I don't think, I wouldn't like a ATV. I wouldn't have no way to tow it. And I don't know if you could rent one here or not. Wichita Falls don't have much. We got some places that you could ride one at, but as far as rent and stuff like that, I don't know. But I'll figure it out. But yeah. Anyway, so Lisa likes giveaways. Maybe I should start doing that, and it might boost the channel. I think I'm up to 49 subscribers now, but they're what is the word? I haven't really had anybody push that channel, telling other people about it and spreading the word about it and all that. And so the subscribers that I have are either from here or they just found the reviews and subscribed. And some of the names, because every once in a while it'll show so and so subscribe to your channel, and I don't recognize the names, so they're not from here, which is pretty cool. Organic subscribers, that was the word I was looking for. The big YouTubers that teach you how to do YouTube, they use organic subscribers. Words such as that. You can watch those videos all you want. And that was something else. I'm probably gonna do. Well, I don't know if I'll do a video on it because that really has nothing to do with um, reviews or gig economy. But it was talking about somebody made a comment on one of my videos that I had talked about making YouTube videos and some things that you might not should do. There's some content creators out there that would probably have more subscribers if they would change a few things. But anyway, Grandpa, do you mind? I'll post your videos in my. Oh no, by all means, whichever videos or whichever channels. I got, of course, this one, Dash Grandpa, and then Dirty Shoes Adventures, which I do a little bit on that, but not as much as I used to. But our last camping experience kind
it
of
was an experience.
kind
Sure.
of made Emily not so enthusiastic about
Not
going
so
camping.
keen.
Not so
to the
keen on
idea.
getting out there again. But maybe I'll twist her arm and I'll get her back out into the wild.
We're checking the weather.
And yeah. But anyway, yeah, Dirty Shoes Adventures, this one, and then the Grandpa's Random Reviews. But I think it showed that I had 100 videos on that. I think it's what I saw on there last night. Some of my members aren't into YouTube, so they haven't seen them. Now, they're probably better off if they're not into YouTube, because YouTube can consume a lot of time. But I don't think YouTube, I don't know, it might consume as much time as TikTok does. But I've watched a few people watching TikTok, and they can spend a lot of time on. But TikTok videos are short, so you're going from one to the other to the other. And YouTube, you're spending 5 to 15 minutes per video.
What are you trying to say, Brandon, about the TikTok?
I'm not saying nothing about TikTok. TikTok around the clock. I don't ever know if it's TIC or TIK. TIK, isn't it?
I don't know.
TIK, TOK? I don't know. How you doing, Mr. Dash Wobble? How's you doing tonight, mate? And I'm finer than frogs, sir. Isn't that what they say? Yeah, TikTok, TIKTOK. And I've watched it a couple times, and I think I have a I do have a TikTok account, but I only got it because every once in a while somebody sends me a TikTok video and goes to it on my phone now. But I don't know. You can get wrapped up in social media, whether it's TikTok or what's that other one? TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. I don't. YouTube's enough for me. I did 19 and a half. Holy smokes. I did 19 and a half hour shift a few nights ago. And you're awake now? That's too many hours, man. You're trying to compete with Bud Soda, ain't you? You gotta be careful, man. But you You know what you got to do, but man, 19 and a half hours. I honestly don't know if I could do 19 and a half hours. I guess I could. I don't know. But in Wichita Falls, there's only Whataburger, uh, two McDonald's. No, one McDonald's. No, I think there's two McDonald's. There's
In
20.
Wichita Falls?
Yeah, that's 24 hours. One on camp and the one on holiday. I think both of those are 24 hours. At 7-Eleven, that's it. That's 24 hours, except for one of our grocery stores. It's 24 hours. But as far as like the other food places, nothing open that late. It was a struggle towards the end. Man, I imagine. I, I think the only time I've ever stayed up that late in the last 20 years is been at the casino. I have spent that much time at the casino at one time, but that was a long time ago.
And it won't ever happen again.
Not as long as I'm living here, anyway. I better be broke down out there if I'm going to spend that much time there, huh? Well, no, because she's come over there and pick me up. I was broke down. Gambling grandpa, yeah, I used to be. But you used to could make money and then it started going downhill and then you continue to lose money and then you continue to lose money and then you continue to lose money and then
Oh, that next roll, it's gonna hit.
and then all it takes is one hit. One spin.
So you get excited just talking about it.
Check messenger. Oh, okay, I will listen. Yeah, yeah, and it's true though. I mean, it's a fact. All it takes is one spin. You know, you betting $3 on a lucky duck or a Star Spangled Banner, and that's 10 grand. Betting three if you can get all three envelopes. But you're going to spend about 12 grand to win that 10 grand. These
Or
two,
more.
yeah, or more. My, I'll tell you, one year, I had 180, like $182,000 income. Then the next year was $185,000 year income. All a loss. Wrote every bit of it off because it was all jackpots. And that sounds like a lot of money, and it is. It truly is, and between me and a friend of mine, I bet between both of us we could have probably been real close to $1 million just from the casinos right over here. But you lose more than you're going to win, and if I won 185,000, I can almost guarantee you I lost 200,000. Well, probably not quite that much, but you're going to lose more than you win. The only advice I have on with the casinos is if you do go over there and you hit a jackpot, leave with it. Don't play too much of it and go buy something. If you're into jewelry, if you're into guns, go buy you a car, whatever. Invest that money because if you keep going out there, you're going to be broke again, and at least you'll have that to go pawn or sell and have some money again because it's going to happen. Guarantee it. The only people that get rich at the casino is the casino.
Amen.
90% of gamblers quit just before they hit yeah. No, I had my run. I had my run. I really did. I was able to get a Corvette and stuff, and did really well for a while. And I think at one time, $19,000 or $20,000 just in $100 bills sitting on top of my closet. But if you continue to go out there, it's just going to go away. And it does, and it will. So,
Just as quick as it came in.
or quicker nowadays. Used to, and that's a lot like these gig apps. They will reel you in and get that's the honeymoon phase. It's just like one of the casinos. They'll reel you in and let you think that you're going to make all this money, and they get you hooked, and then they start pulling those orders back down and make you start chasing that money or chasing those orders because you made it at one time, and if you stay with it and stay with it, you can do it again. Not going to happen in most markets and as in most casinos. So it's a lot. They're a lot the same. The basics are the same. So yeah, I've learned my lesson. I like going out there. What I really liked about it is I never really got into the bar scene and going to the clubs. And when I was younger, we used to go out, and that was fun. I was more of a people watcher than anything. I enjoy watching people and how they interact with one another and watch the drunk idiot wannabe cowboys hitting on the girls that they ain't got a chance with. But nowadays, who knows what you're hitting on it anyway. Um, but the casino, you can go out there and nobody bothers you. You didn't have anybody trying to bump into you and start a fight, or you didn't have guys harassing girls or girls harassing guys. Everybody was just friendly to each other. It didn't matter if they was 90 years old or 21 years old. Everybody treated everybody the same. And that was cool. That's what I liked about the casino. And that's one of the things kind of got me hooked on it. And of course, winning for the first couple of years, first 2, 3 years, 4 years. But all in all, it's not worth it. And that's kind of what I was talking about with these gig apps. Use them to your advantage. I know everybody says that, but it's for real, and that it's getting more for real than what it was. If you've been doing this 2 years, I will say even if you've been doing this for a year or more, you can see the trend that these gig apps are going in, and that this is not going to be sustainable for the future. We're at the tail end of it, and some of these people that says that they made all this money doing gig apps, yes, but ask them when, because most of your big YouTubers probably ain't doing that much delivering now. A little here and a little there, but that ain't where they're making their money because they used that extra time and the flexibility to get other things going. Now I know like Alex, he's got stuff going, and a couple of other people's got stuff going to work on things for better. I know Steve's and Tony's talking about buying some trucks. I get last time I heard that's what they were talking about. But use them to work on something because, like I said, if you've been doing this for a year or more, you can see the trend that these apps are taking. You can see the roadie when the UPS took over, and the same with Spark when Walmart took over. Exactly. I don't. I guess maybe that's what happened to roadie here, and I didn't realize it because when I first started, roadie was not the first, but one of the first apps like 3 years ago. I was getting Best Buy deliveries pretty regular. Now, all I see is the junk from Home Depot that's going 40 miles and paying $20 and it's hauling 500 pounds. That's ridiculous. So maybe that's what happened to the roadie here. I'm not real sure, but definitely with Spark. Walmart kicked DDI out, and it's gone downhill ever since. The DDI kind of limited the number of drivers in the area like Grubhub used to. I don't know if they still do, but I know they used to limit the number of drivers in the market, in each market. So
Grubhub does because they put me on a waiting list.
Okay, so they still doing it. But anyway, use these apps to your advantage. I know everybody says that, but it's really coming down to it, y'all. Look at, like I said, Pedro had those screenshots. dollar base pay on DoorDash, and I've seen Uber Eats at 80 cents base pay. The, the Spark order that I showed earlier, zero delivery pay. Glitch, maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're just seeing if people would catch that. Nevertheless, it's all going downhill, and everybody that was making money are thinking they're still wanting to do this, and it's just going to be harder and harder because it's not what it was a year ago. And that's all I got. Just try to get other things going and don't wait too late. And because most of us probably don't want to go back to a W 2. I mean, you may be working a W 2 and using this to supplement your income, which is great. And that's what these apps are good for, supplementing your income, single moms, people that have schedules that they can't work a regular job or physical limitations that they can't work a full time job. Use it supplemental the best you can. I mean, I can still use it. In a lot of markets, you can still use it for a full time income, but it's slowly fading away. So that's it, folks. I hope y'all have enjoyed listening to me just rattle away. And same here, I used to do medicine drive. Yeah, we have a grocery store here that at 2 o'clock in the morning, they'd be having a prescription going to one of our nursing homes. They'd pay $30 to $50, and it was 4 miles. Easy peasy. Yeah, roadies went way down. But anyway, y'all, it's 10 after, and I've rambled and rambled and rambled about a little bit of nothing. Oh, I did get me a cup. It's a fish. It's pretty cool looking. Thanks, Mom, if you're watching. And it's kept my tea cold today. No IHOP down here. Oh, yeah, we got IHOP. But nobody's out past 2 or 3 o'clock. Anyway, appreciate y'all coming by and spending an hour or so, actually a little over an hour, with me and just hanging out. I enjoy just hanging out and talking, and I will check my messenger, Lisa. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your week and rest of your night. And National Wobble, take it easy on them hours. Your body ain't what it used to be. Believe me, I know. I think we're pretty close to the same age. It's tough. Anyway, y'all do what you got to do, but just enjoy doing what you're doing and keep smiling. And if you want to do a little dance, do a little dance. Do a little dance. Get down tonight, baby. Oh, anyway, that's an old song, 70s. Anyway, I'm out of here, folks. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all in the next video or the next live or whatever it is. Who knows? Be smiling, though. Enjoy life. Bye, y'all.